Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Prabh and today we will fill out the application for the VETASSESS skill assessment. In our last video, we went through the VETASSESS skill assessment process, discussed the necessary documents and explored the fee structure and processing time. If you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend you to do so before continuing with this one. It will give you a solid foundation for what we are about to cover today. I hope you have completed your task as well. I ask you to go through the VETASSESS website carefully and read about everything we discussed, as well as put all the relevant documents that we're going to use to complete this application in one folder. I hope you did that already. Reason I ask you because it will help you to fully prepare for when we fill out the application form together now. I hope it helped you understand the VETASSESS skill assessment process and what you needed to do to get started. Remember, this is a crucial step in your Australian PR journey, so being fully prepared before applying is essential. Before I start, I forgot to mention one thing in the last video. At the top of the VETASSESS website, you can select different language options like English, Hindi and Chinese to navigate the website and read the information. Alright, now that you're full caught up, let's dive into the part 2 of our VETASSESS application process. Today we will be filling out the application form together, so let's get started. First, we will go to the VETASSESS website, click on Start Your Application or Apply Now, and scroll down a bit, click on Apply Now again, and then you can see that you can apply below. Also, make sure that this is a skill assessment for migration as we are applying for permanent residency, and this application is for skill assessment for general occupation. Last week, we already went through the occupation requirements, gathered the necessary documents, and explored the fee and charges, including priority processing options. This means we are well aware of the application process and we are ready to apply. So click this yellow tab. If you're applying for the first time, which I believe you are, and we will sign up as an applicant, in the registration form, fill in the required fields like your name, surname or family name, date of birth, email address, confirm your email address, password, and then also confirm your password. You can choose whether to receive newsletter from VETASSESS by clicking the checkbox, then enter the text from the verification image, read the cookies notice, privacy policy and disclaimer. If you agree with their policies, click the checkbox and then register. Once you register, you will get a registration email and you need to click the link to complete the registration or copy and paste the given link in the browser. After the verification, you will come to this page and now you need to create a new application. Next, you will see different options again. We will select migration and the skill assessment and then click on submit. On the left hand side, you will find various sections asking for details such as your personal information, occupation, general education, tertiary education and documents upload, and we'll go step by step to all these sections. The first step is to fill in your personal details. This includes general information field, which is marked with the asterisk sign, are mandatory. So what you need to provide here, the first thing you need to provide your preferred title, then your surname or family name, and then given name, like gender type, and then date of birth, country of birth and country of current residency. If you're applying onshore, select Australia, and if you're applying for your PR offshore, select your current country of residence. The process for onshore and offshore is different. Then citizenship details, including your current passport number and the date it was issued, and if you're a citizen of any other country, you need to provide that information as well. Now coming on to the applicant contact details, where you need to enter your email address, your daytime telephone number where they can contact you, fax number if applicable, and mobile number. Note that the fax number and mobile number are not mandatory. Now the applicant postal address, which means that you need to provide your current address including street address, suburb or city, and then state, postcode and country. If your home address is the same as your postal address, you can copy it from above, like you can click on the copy option. Otherwise, enter your home address separately. Now they are asking about the agent or representative authorization, which means that you need to indicate whether you authorize an agent or representative to act on your behalf for this application. Since we are doing this ourselves, then select no. Once you have entered all the information correctly, review it to make sure that everything you have entered is correct. After confirming everything is correct, move to the next step. Okay, then on this page it says that you have created an application and will provide you with an application number. In any case, you exit before completing this application. You can return by following the instruction below, which means that you can log into your account and on the home page select continue, and when you come to continue page, then you can click to the incomplete application and then select the application you wish to continue. And for now we will select continue. We don't need to go back and start the process again. Now that you're filling out the occupation section, we will select the full skill assessment option. If you have any questions, you can click on the question mark icon for more information, and then next select the visa type. Since I am applying for PR purposes, I will choose general skill migration. From the drop down menu, select your occupation. In this video we are applying for the health promotion officer occupation, so I'll select that, and then the information about this occupation will pop up. Although we went through this last week, I still advise you to review it carefully while filling out your application. You can pause the video and read this information or find it on the information sheet. Even if you have already gone through it, reviewing it again wouldn't hurt. Once you have read it carefully, click continue. Now let's move on to the general education section. Here you need to enter your primary and secondary school education details, provide the start and end date, the years attended, and the country where you completed your education. For primary education, you don't need to provide any documents. Make sure to select completed once you have filled in these details. Next, we move on to the tertiary education section. Here you can click on add qualification to add your qualification. This section is very important because on the basis of your higher education, we are applying for the skill assessment, and to get a positive outcome, make sure you enter all the right information. I applied my application on the basis of Master of Public Health and will use the same qualification as an example today. You will need to provide details such as your student registration number if it is applicable to you, then the name of qualification obtained. In this case, we will write Master of Public Health, but you write what you are applying for. Then major field of study is public health or health promotion. Awarding body, which is write the name of your college or university and campus where you have attended it, and the name and the address of the institution. You will also need to provide details about the course such as the normal entry requirement, like in my case it was bachelor's degree and English language test requirement, and then enter details relevant to you, then the normal length of the course, and then start and completion date, qualification awarded date, study mode, which is part-time, full-time or other, and then the hours per week. Additionally, you may need to provide information about any internship, supervised practical training or work placement required for your qualification. For example, I completed a 12-week internship and a thesis. If you have completed any major projects, internship or thesis, provide that information as well. Please note that this information is not mandatory, but it will kind of support your application if you have completed any internship or major projects. So please feel free to enter that information in your application. If you have any other tertiary qualification, you need to provide details by clicking again on add qualification and follow the same instruction we did earlier. Once you have entered all the necessary information, review it to ensure accuracy, and after confirming everything is correct, proceed to the next step, which is the employment section. Click to add employment. In this section, you need to provide details of your employment relevant to your skill assessment. Again, this is a crucial part of the skill assessment, and on the basis of your tertiary qualification and employment, the assessor decides the outcome. So for each employment, follow these steps, which is your first start with your company details, which includes business name or your company name, the formal name of the business. If it is applicable, then employment address, employment contact detail, name of your manager or supervisor, their contact number, which could be like phone number and mobile, and fax number if applicable, their email address, web address of your organization or company. Now moving on to the employment details, where you need to provide your job title and position in the organization, start date of your employment, indicate whether you are currently working in this position or not. If you select no, then it will ask you to provide the end date of your employment, then the total length of the unpaid leave if any, and then you need to provide normal required working hours, example how many hours per week. I hope you have worked minimum 20 hours or more than that. Now moving on to the next thing, which they will ask about the main tasks, duties and responsibilities. Here they have asked you to add at least 5 task, duties, responsibility in your employment position. Take your time to fill out this section carefully. When writing your roles and responsibility, refer to the occupation description on the VETASSESS website to ensure they match the requirement of your occupation to get a positive outcome for your application. So please do take your time. There's no need to rush with this application. So one step at a time, and just to make sure that you, as I said, that the roles and responsibility that you are mentioning, try to match it with the occupation description on VETASSESS site. If you have worked in any other roles relevant to the skill assessment, provide that information as well by clicking on add employment. Provide details for each employment, including employer details and your roles and responsibility in each role. As I mentioned in my previous video, that when I applied, I entered 3 employment descriptions, which is the health promotion officer, public health officer, and community engagement worker, and that was my case, but if you have like 20 hours of experience in one job, you don't need to provide information of all the different jobs. Once you have entered all the necessary information, you can select continue and proceed to the next step. Now let's move on to the add license section. If this is relevant to you, add your license details by clicking on the button, and if it is not relevant, click on the continue button. In this case, we will select continue. Next, we move to the priority processing. VETASSESS offers a priority processing service to fast track application assessment for general and professional occupations. Applicants with urgent needs and supporting evidence receive priority, but others can still apply and may be considered on a first come first serve basis. If your request for priority processing is successful, you will receive a link to make a top-up payment for this service. There is an additional cost for that service. We discussed that in our last week's video. For this video, I will select the first option, like to progress my application business as usual. However, you can select any option depending on your needs. Please note that this is completely optional and make your decision based on your requirements and select one of the following options. If you select priority option, VETASSESS assessor will verify whether your application meets the eligibility criteria, which typically takes up to 2 business days. Once you make your selection, we can move to the next step, which is document upload. On this page, you need to provide the following documents. When uploading, make sure to select the correct document type. Your application must include 3 forms of identification. As we discussed in the last video, you need to provide 3 forms of identification from primary and secondary sources. If you need additional information or you have trouble uploading documents, you can reach out to mygrade@vetassess.com.au. All documents must be high quality, color scans of the originals. If your documents are not in English, you must scan both the original language document and the English translation made by a registered translation service. And please read this information carefully. When you click on the select file button, choose the document category. What I will do is select the document page in another tab, so if I need to refer anything, I can look at the same time. We will start with identification document. Upload 3 identification document. That can be your passport bio page, which will be your primary source of identification, and to provide driver license and Australian visa. You can select other options by looking at the list that they have provided on their website. So upload a recent photograph not older than 6 months. Upload these identification documents one by one. We already selected identification as a category, and let's say we select document type passport bio page. Read the information below for each document that you are going to upload, and you need to provide the description of the document. We will write again here passport bio page, and here they have told us the format type. So upload the document in any of the given format options and make sure you are uploading your documents to an acceptable size. Then select upload and save it, and here it will show the documents you need to upload. I'm not going to show each document that I have uploaded for this application, but then this video will end up for an hour video. So I would highly recommend you to pause this video and upload all the documents. Next, upload employment documents for all your employment relevant to this application, including like statement of service and payment evidence. That could be your bank statement or pay slips as well. Look at the evidence of payment options on the website. As you can see, we only have one document left to upload, which is the signed declaration form. Scroll a little bit down, and here you can download the form. Read this information carefully, and here you need to sign and enter the date when you sign this document. Once you sign the declaration form, sign it and upload it. We will go back to this form and upload this under identification. Select sign application declaration and write the description and upload it. Now, as you can see, we have uploaded all the documents, and once you have uploaded all the documents, click on the checkbox and then you need to submit and finish uploading. If you want to check your application, you can download the application preview to ensure everything is correct. If needed, go back and make any necessary changes. Once you review the application preview, come back to the site and you can click continue if no changes are needed. A reminder message will pop up to check if you have uploaded all the required documents. Hopefully you did. So we now select continue. An option to review your application. Review it carefully, and if you want to edit anything, you can edit it. You can see the edit option in each section. If everything is okay, then we can make the payment now and select continue to the payment. Here you can see the total amount for full skill assessment. Enter the capture details in the box below and then select continue. Now it asks you for the payment method, which is credit card or debit card. Continue again, and now you need to provide your card details here, and once you do that, select save and continue. That's all with the application process. Another thing I wanted to tell you, that once you receive the positive outcome of your application validity is valid up to 3 years from the issue date. That's all for today's video. I hope this video guides you smoothly through your VETASSESS skill assessment. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them in the comment section, and you can also contact the VETASSESS team directly for further assistance. With the best of luck with your application. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel for more valuable content, and don't forget to share this video if you think it can help others. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.